Good afternoon, y'all. This is Damien with Healing Culture Tarot, HK Readings, and I'm here to bring you the December reading for Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. So if you have that in your chart, or if you just so happen to end up cross-watching this video for someone who has Leo and any of those alignments, this video could be for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. I did drop a few cards. Oh wow, so many things have fallen out. Let's see. I'm putting back in the reshuffle. I'm not gonna read 7 cards here unless energy told me to do so. But this is a general reading here. I am doing a love reading. Be advised that, okay, you want it to come out, that themes relating to friendship could be involved, themes related to family could be involved, as well as work. Seems like there's a little bit of work going on outside there. I hope it's not disrupting the video too much. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what I see in the past for Leos, alright? In the heavens, sorry, I'm still getting over a cold here. In the heavens we have the Servant card. So, thank you. So, it's been asked of you or required to put effort into a situation that will create great change for you. I feel as though this is a moment that many of you are in where there's just a thing that it's time to change. There's been some rigid ways, some stubborn ways that have been carried out. However, it's weird because it's in the mix of a lot of hard work, okay? So like I also do see that you have put a lot of time, energy into something, but the reason that it's not paying off is because there are parts of yourself or the way you're handling things that you're refusing to change or do differently. It's like doing work, but not necessarily the work you need to be doing. Like you're focusing on some of the wrong things when it pertains to changing yourself. So if anyone were to question how much you care about something and the lengths that you'll go through to protect it, for example, or anything that could be applied to how much you will give to achieve or maintain, it would be almost a question that doesn't deserve response. It'd be very much rhetorical. It'd be like, well, hey, you know, I worked my ass off to get where I'm at and to have what I have and so on and so forth. However, there are issues when it deals with your mindset. Now see, in your headspace here, we have despair reversed. So, remind you, this is past energy. The Servant card carrying over into current times, but I'm feeling mostly past energy for this despair reversed, like the tail end of getting out of this mental entrapment that may have had you angry, that may have had you, if not throwing fits or tantrums, being very disagreeable and stubborn and argumentative. That's how it would have presented itself externally. Internally, you have an air of sadness and depression, but it's beyond melancholia. It's been so deeply rooted and still at this point because there haven't been any forms of expression you've taken up to really deal with this, so it's bottled up. It just kind of has you, or has had you, unable to realize a link here. You know, I see this does involve a relationship. I see it does involve some third-party energies. I see it involves multiple people. Okay? And part of this despair, I know comes from one thing, but could come of two. So I'm just going to say it could come from the person that you're dealing with, you know, the cross-watcher, juggling multiple people, or putting something else before you. But this could also very much represent you. And from what I'm seeing here preceding it, I will say that that is the dominant energy. So you could be having to make a choice. And it's a choice that you don't want to make. Because unlike any other choices you may have avoided in the past or recently, this choice that you make really, with the choice that I feel you want to make, really transforms your life in a way that you don't know if you yourself, the lion, are ready for. And I also find it relative that as far as what others think, as far as how they would feel, in a way of you keeping up appearances or impressions, there are fears here in your mind that are, because if this was upright, I'd be getting more of a warning here, but this has already occurred where these fears have turned into you making decisions that has disrupted the peace in your environment where there once was. Some of you have really been trying to maybe balance having your cake and eating it too. But what the advice here is with the Servant card in the position that it's in the Heavens position, for what I'm reading here, you're being pushed and guided. There may be a lot of things that are popping up in your life that you find very very serendipitous in leading you to what you already know. Because if you're looking for any reason that there's any indecision, it really lies within you in a way, you're going to have to redefine commitment. Because, part of that commitment is having a disregard for external influences. It is literally you and they. There's something with you and this person that you are fearful of. Please clarify the despair card for Leos in the month of December. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Clarified by melancholy. As was mentioned a moment ago, we're clarifying joyfulness reverse for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Size reversed. So I'm getting here that you've let yourself down by letting someone else down. And where there's recovery in sight for you, there's a feeling that love is lost. So some of you may feel as though you don't have an opportunity anymore. Okay? So there's the size card to clarify despair melancholy upright to clarify despair reversed, and size reversed to clarify joyfulness reversed. So literally and ultimately, there's just this weird energy here where you totally let someone down and you feel that love is lost. She's holding a letter in the size card, and with this card being reversed, not only is she holding this letter, we must note that it was a love letter. The rose is dropped with a leaf that's separated from it, just showing, the force and the sadness in which it was just relinquished to hit the ground. And you see that she's looking at a ship sail away. Not towards, but away. So the melancholy card is confirming about how you feel as though you have let yourself down by letting someone else down. Getting into this third party situation here. Because of that, we have it to where I'm reading.
Oh, okay.
So, because of that, pardon me, we have a situation to where you have that love lost, like you see, you realize, there was a realization. And as you came into the realization of, I guess, who it was that you really loved, or just accepted that this person was more than an option for you, it's as if it was too late because they've already gone. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. And there were a couple of other signs, honestly, that when I was doing their readings, there was a similar energy to what was going on with them as far as their partner and where they were headed, and they were headed away, you know. Very much so. Being in this position on Earth, it's kind of more than a fear. And with these cards being reversed, it's like the deeds have been done. But that doesn't mean that there's not a chance for reconciliation in the future. I just don't see it so. Wow. I guess I spoke too soon. Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So as prior, I had not seen anything to tell me that there could be a reconciliation situation. After pulling this Mother Mary card, expect a miracle, I can tell you so. I had tried to upload y'all's readings a few times to no avail because of random issues, like, you know, just stopped recording one of the times, so on and so forth. And, you know, I did see a potential for reconciliation situation, and as I was rereading, I was like, well, I mean, so far I don't see it. We'll see if we see the same thing, because I wasn't planning on pulling any more of the Gypsy Oracle. But it looks like the Goddess Guidance has covered it. So I can say, for the third time, with very similar messages within what happened within y'all's relationship, that the one thing that has for sure been synonymous is the cards coming to tell me that there is an opportunity to reconcile, and you know, you want a new beginning, you want a new chance, a new start. So she's holding a baby here, you know. You've got all of the angels around, and it's around, you know, giving a barrier to create this passage in what literally looks like, you know, the vagina coming out of the womb, like, you know, Mother Mary herself being, you know, the darkness within the womb, and the light coming from it is, as we know, Jesucristo. So this wanted to jump out. At the bottom of the deck, however, is Ein, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your true heart's desire into action. So that's what you've been asked to do, and that's you know, the same thing that was being expressed here in the Servant card. Like, that's what's going to be necessary for you to achieve happiness within yourself, of being true to yourself, and also being happy with someone else, and attract, you know, because you have taken the steps to attract that by becoming this whole and fierce and open and connected and true and loving person, where you may feel as though there's no chance, again, because on this plane, on this earth plane, it seems like the ships have sailed because of your shit. I'm not gonna lie, your shit. Remind me, this could be the other way around. However, I am noticing some things in the readings here that are just leading me to believe that Leo, you know, I know we all have our player ways, but some of us do it better than others, and guess what? There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you're single, do your thing. But then again, it's not even called being a player at that point. You're single and you're mingling. However, when you're with someone, you know what you want, you know what you expect, and there aren't many times where you allow yourself to receive less than that, whether you're feeling at your best or at your worst. So, with that being said, kind of helps you strive to always be at your best to give that to another. As you're waking up to things like this, like, oh shit, like, I really likes maybe L-bomb, love this person, and I feel like I lost them. And what you feel is going to be your reality, the reality of things, your perception. And though that's not true, you got to take those measures to begin to see and actualize what is true within the situation. Oh, star, fertility. It is a perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Here we are again. You have to do something different within, yourself. And for a star to come up, I see that, many of you are at that point where you're doing it. Because if you can expect a miracle, that means you put in work. I can tell you that. And then, just even on another level, some of you, you're still getting there, taking a leap of faith. So, what is being presented to you, you're cognizant of it, okay? To be able to take that leap takes cognizance. So, I'm just laying out here how on so many levels, like different, many of you Leos who resonate with this, like, you might be doing it a little differently, but it's still coming to the awareness, and all you have to do is cross the thresholds and take the action. And yeah, again, for the fact that it's time to do it, it's time to take a leap of faith, because everything that you desire, everything that you want is ready to flourish. Just fly into fruition here. Tamara, guiding children. You're good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So in this situation particularly, what I feel is that this is about feeling young again. This is about nurturing your inner child. This is about bringing that out of others, especially the one that you love, as a way of rekindling this romance. This is a way for you to take that leap of faith. This is a way for you to start something new, because it's something that I feel like you haven't done, and if so, it may have been touched on in the beginning of things, in the beginning of a relationship, but that fell very flat very quickly. But you have these skills, you have these things that are rooted and embedded in you, in passionate healing and connecting and nurturing. Remember that you are that fierce lion who can stand alone, but you are also, indeed, again, a lion. One of the most fierce protectors in the animal kingdom. The way that they protect their love, the way that they protect their cubs, it's highly noted, okay? Very highly noted. And I'm sensing that you have a cub who needs you, and you're not nurturing them. You're unsure of how to nurture them. You feel it may be too late to nurture them. But you're supplied with all of the tools that you need. And you see, she has the butterfly wings, okay? The wings of transformation. This is your transformation. This is you taking on new perspectives. This is you doing things differently and coming out of yourself and the rigidity to yield the results that you want, because you've attracted it and it's at your doorstep. You know. but how is it being handled and true, Leo? So what you're nurturing, see, this person you're dealing with, I think you bring up things from their childhood and their past lives. And as you know, though that's one of the reasons why they feel so strongly bonded to you and with you, it also causes a lot of hurt and pain that you don't see. If you notice the little girl's face in this picture, she doesn't necessarily look, the one who's being held, she doesn't look melancholy or somber, anything like that. Maybe a little hopeless, but she's just kind of drifting off with almost like a blank look on her face. You know? Whereas Tamara here has a slight bit more of a worried look on her face, looking to the heavens for the guidance as the one who is there providing protection and guidance. So you're right to always keep that chain going and looking up to receive the energy, to pass it on, and so on and so forth. But this is also showing that as you look to the universe, have no fear for like whatever you have in your arms. Like, what is the worry? What is the apprehension? What can't you nurture? Or what can't you know? Nurture slipped out, but there it is. Because again, the face of the goddess Tamara here has notably more worry than the girl that she's holding. So the energy of this person you may have been dealing with, they may have become jaded to some things. They may have kind of zoned out, cut you off, just detached, okay? But they're still in your arms, and meaning that they're still in reach, and they still love you, and things are still attainable. And you see how she's looking, they both look in the same direction, but from the way her head is positioned, there's almost a symbolism here to say that as she's like looking away instead of towards the arms that are providing that nurturing protection for her, just off and down into the distance, and just has one arm just draped over, kind of like the tail's end, the tail's end of what I was talking about here. The thing that has you worried is that they're not holding on tight enough, that they're not looking at you, that you feel somebody here, but you don't feel somebody here. And somehow that's kind of influencing your decision and stalling to make a decision.